Already.
Pop. Pop pop. Pop. Pop pop. Pop. Pop pop. Pop.
Hello and welcome to Misfits and Monsters. I'm your scary neighbourhood dungeon master Aaron, and I have a collection of freaks and geeks with me today who are going to explain to you who they are and who the characters they are that they play in this debacle. They've all done their homework and made sure that they have prepared a introductory paragraph or two, maybe even a rap/rhyme. As we have taken to doing by tradition now,
and definitely happened.
They could potentially gain inspiration if it's good enough.
Oh, so, bribery, is this what?
Maybe if I gave incentive, you might actually all do it now. So this is what I'm thinking.
No one wants to see this.
No, yeah, I don't. My rhymes.
Everyone wants to see this. What are you talking about?
My rhymes are whack, bro. I'm white.
The whacker, the better. Okay, so who should we pick on first? Max is reading a story to a goblin, so it can't be him.
Maybe on someone who missed a session. How about that?
Yeah, it has. You've got to set the high bar.
This is to fit you. Oh no!
Yeah, you get to.
Can't follow this.
Hello, I'm Haz. I play the seasonal scented, rotting and fermented straw-filled scarecrow Brumble. Still a hex-firing fly guy, out of fry messy Mickey white guy. Back in the day a private eye, about to take it back to the basics, teach these future fools what happens when a real ghoul enters the Matrix.
Oh!
Very good.
That was great.
That you if you haven't got an inspiration dice to roll, you definitely get one now, Haz. So
yeah.
I feel like Haz just is owed like an infinite inspiration.
But make sure you use it in the game. You've got to use it in the session, otherwise it disappears. That's the caveat of this. So that's the. I'm setting down the law.
How'd that go? He has rhymes like dimes.
Okay, Mike. Why don't we have you follow up?
Sure, that's fair. I am playing Ezra. He's the Ozma Paladin, Paladard, whatever that is.
Paladar.
He's trying to bring a bit of sophistication to the Misfit rabble. It's not succeeded so far. But if anything, I feel that they've dragged him down to their level. I think that's the general dynamic of this so far.
Yep.
Well, we're trying.
Utterly unsuccessful in trying to raise the profile and tell the great stories of Misfits. And so far, all he's got is just harrowing tales of the horrors that we unleashed into the world.
Yeah,
it's alright.
Turns out it's not a very epic tale.
He can spin it. He can spin it.
It's a tale of failures.
An epic tale of mishaps and misfortunes.
A chronicle of
Yes.
horrors.
Failure makes for great stories, though. So there you go.
Yeah. Just what you expect is afterwards. It kind of we just need to do that now. Okay.
if failure makes good stories.
What's that Fudge Tunnel song? Suffering makes for great stories. That's a good song. Anyone out there that likes a bit of sludgy
Fudge Tunnels.
sludgy rock music, go and seek that out.
I still haven't listened to them, man. I have to. I will get that.
Okay, Craig,
Oh,
you can go next because Cat's eating.
oh man. I play Cray Cray, reptilian bugbear fighter, big pink scaled whirlwind of toothed claws and axe bladed jaws, tall in stature, small of mind, pink scaled hide and yellow eyed. Yeah, I'll do. The rest
You
of it
still
doesn't.
haven't finished
The rest
it.
of it doesn't
I
rhyme.
was like, it's literally one more line.
You could have
One
had
more line.
inspiration, Craig, if
Oh.
you'd have just applied yourself.
Yeah, if I just written that extra line, that I
One,
still
that
still
finishing
haven't
line.
done. I've been busy.
I'm sure if you applied yourself, you wouldn't be where you are right now.
True.
All right then, Pat. Let's see what you can, what dish you can serve.
That was actually aimed at myself mostly. 'Cause I haven't written shit. Hello, I play Sif. You've heard this before. I say this every week. I didn't write anything. I have no rhymes because I have no game. Because I suck. Oh, hold on. Craig wrote something for me. This is my ghostwriter.
Yes, yes.
Don't tell Drake. Sif, half orc, half monk, less than Zen. His pilgrimage is punching faces and making gains. Ilmater is his passenger. That's pretty good. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
All right, Craig, you can get inspiration for writing Pat's.
You owe me.
We'll share it.
You owe
We'll,
me.
we'll half that D20.
Yeah, okay. We need a D10.
You have the lower half.
Okay.
Yeah, you can only roll a d10 each of inspiration for each of them.
Is there a... Do we actually have a D10? No, we do. We do.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
We
All
do.
right, yeah, you get a d10 each to use
Nice.
in the
Yeah.
game. Somehow, somewhere.
In place of the D20.
20, yeah. Halve. All right, Cat.
Fantastic.
Max still isn't back, so it's got to be you. It's got to be you until
I'm gonna
then.
read my one that I wrote last week. So I'm playing Kayla. She's a lilac-skinned, white-haired tiefling. She's a battle mage who combines her enthusiasm for explosions with her whip skills. However, she's now somewhat without her magic and is learning to harness an alternative explosive power in the form of firearms.
Nice.
Rocket
Yeah.
launcher.
Yeah. But I like, because you've incorporated the changes in your character.
Yeah.
I
So
think you
I'm not
deserve.
using as much magic now.
Yeah, you deserve an inspiration for doing that. Cat. So
Yay.
there you go. There you go. You got one. Did I give you one, Mike? Because you've long prepared your intro.
Yeah, but I haven't changed it since.
Yeah, but that's all right. But I didn't reward you guys for them initially, so as a backdated
Too kind.
reward,
Did you get
You
really
can have
dusty
inspiration
old
for this
inspiration
game.
dice. It's like got cobwebs on it.
No, I don't wear armor.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, well, Max is still not back, so we'll just recap and maybe he'll squeeze
He's a
in. while we're doing
goblin.
Yep.
He's a goblin with robot legs. Definitely.
that. Where's the drawing cat? Because these guys haven't seen it.
Oh.
He's the source of
wait.
all. He's the source
Let
of
me
all
get my
misery.
iPad.
One of those things is true.
Yeah.
So last session, it was still
Got my iPad.
it was still they were still shopping in the underground black market beneath what is now known as the Hydro Heights, but was formerly known as Waterdeep, and which has been completely built over with a huge clockwork mechanical megatropolis that's governed by a rigid rule of law by the Embassy of Enlightenment and their ministers and governors.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
But I drew him as a goblin. He's not a goblin.
no, he's a gnome.
So maybe that's what I'll do today. I'll swap the goblin for a gnome.
So during that session, Max, playing his character Boggart, the gnome wizard tinkerer, booked himself in for an operation to have some mechanical prosthetic limbs attached to his stumps where his original, now missing legs once belonged. and he insisted that they be disproportionately long so that he could stand at equal height to the rest of you. But after the operation succeeded and he was allowed to test out his new limbs, he ran out of control, smashed into a number of stalls in the marketplace outside the surgery tent, and attracted the attention of the various guards that are posted around the market. What happened though? Did he gave somebody a potion?
We were trying to flog someone something, and Max tried to sell him some poison.
Oh god.
But I gave the guy a Bezoar stone so he wouldn't get poisoned.
I think that was way before. Wasn't that before the legs?
Oh, that was before the legs, yeah. But
what
then,
happened afterwards?
Oh, well, then after that we sold him some stuff, and then Max tried to sell him, Bog tried to sell him something that was actually poison.
Well, we were just trying to settle up. Oh, yeah, no, you're right. We were trying to settle up by giving him things for the destruction. And then, yeah, he gave him something that was poison. And then his way of testing it was that he was just, like, eating whatever we gave him.
Yeah.
But Max very clearly said it was poison, and then he ate it, and then he died, and then we got arrested.
Okay. So you are being summarily escorted under guard, armed guard, to the overseer of the black market, which is a individual called Yek the Tall, who you were going to be presented before and tried.
This is the little goblin?
He's not little. He was
Let's just not call him little
pretty
to
big.
Oh.
So let's pick up from there. Hopefully Max will join us imminently. Alright, so here we go. Commence music and drama begin.
Oh.
So the guards push you towards this throne, which is on a stepped dais, like
Here's
at
Max.
least. Oh, here he is.
Hi.
He's here. Like at least 12 feet up, 12 steps almost, and this beautiful looking male human is languishing on the throne with this sparkling gold circlet adorned upon his forehead, and he looks to the guards and he's like, what are you bothering me with now? This better be important. I was in the middle of a rather pleasant daydream. The guard says to him, Your Honour, these miscreants have been causing all sorts of chaos and bad dealings in the market since they got here, which was exacerbated by this one with the ridiculous legs. He poisoned one of the merchants after he destroyed his stall in a rampage, and we had no choice but to arrest him due to his behaviour. And we've brought him before you to pass judgment. And he's like, oh, must I? Can't you just kill them all? He's like, that's not how things work, sir. You laid down the law, and we must abide, otherwise it would be absolute chaos. These are your own words. He's like, yes, I know they're my own words. Don't spit them back at me, you turd. He's like, very well. Present your case to me then, you fools.
Well, I came willingly, and the incident with the poisoning was completely an accident. I gave him a warning that it would take a while for it to 12 hours. I said several times loudly, and he died because he didn't listen.
So you're claiming that the victim died by his own hand due to ignorance?
Well, yes, it's not the kindest thing, but yes, it was entirely his own doing.
Can anybody else corroborate this other than your companions? And one of the guards is like, well, yeah? He's like, well, why did you arrest them then? I was like, what? It seemed like the thing to do, your holiness. Sorry, your beautifulness. Sorry. they're newcomers. They failed to abide by the customs. I thought it best to bring them to you for you to get the gauge of them and see if they're permitted to stay or they should be ejected before they cause further problems. It's like, oh, right, okay, well, so you gave a person a poison as payment for the destruction of their property, and this absolute moron drank it to test it and died as a consequence. This is what you're claiming?
Yeah.
So, let me see the body. And a couple of the guards bring it towards them, and don't bring it up to the throne, now come down. And he like, oh, and he sighs, gets off the throne and just like strides down the steps. And he really is like a specimen of
Can I determine if this is an illusion or some sort of...
you can try. What do you want to do?
Is there like a... No, I don't know. Is it like an insight check or...
Do perception.
Perception. Like Bramble just thinking in the back of his head, like, this guy's more beautiful than Ezra, and that's not possible.
Right now, it definitely is. I've got scabs and bold. It's not a good
This is
look.
the future where people are like mechs, isn't that right?
Although I thought this guy was a goblin.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's 22.
I just think everybody's a goblin. Is something wrong with me?
Cat, you have an affliction. Goblinosis.
Well, I see a
There are no
goblin.
such thing as goblins, Kayla. What are you
Oh god!
What is this word goblin you speak of?
Full green, big ears. Big
So,
teeth, pointy
you-
teeth.
you don't know if it's an illusion or not based on that roll. But he is ridiculously handsome and appealing. It's even if you don't swing that way, he gets your attention somehow. Anyway, he makes his way to the bottom of the steps and inspects the body. And he opens his mouth and he's like, "Can someone else do this for me? Just open his mouth. I need to smell this." And one of the guards is like, "I'll do it, boss." And opens his mouth and he's like, oh. He's like, "Yes, okay. Well, what do you think, Captain?" And he's like, "Well, I think it's not my place to say." He's like, "I'm asking you." He's like, "Well, I think we should send them on their way. I think they've had enough, caused enough trouble. They clearly don't know how to behave." It's like, "Do you have money? Do you have things that you can pay for with, goods, valuables, etc.?"
Things
That's
like
like-
trade. That's all we've been doing.
We've spent quite a lot of money here.
Yeah. Lots of business has been done.
Including rare artifacts that this place would never have seen before. Could be an attraction to this place.
And then you hear a surly voice coming from behind the throne say, "Don't trust this fucker.
Oh.
He'll take you for everything you've got. He's a liar and a thief." And then Yek turns to him and says, "Be quiet, you shaven ape!" He's like, "Silence him immediately! Gag him! I'm not done with him yet! I don't want another word out of that fool's mouth!" And one of the guards rushes up the steps, goes behind the throne, and you hear like a, "Get your filthy mitts off me!" As somebody...
Must be the dwarf.
A dwarf.
Dwarf.
He's like,
Oh, yeah.
"Good. Ignore that. That's none of your concern. So you have valuables, we'll say. Do you have anything that would complement my face? Any adornments or headwear or jewelry? Anything that would really... I'm looking for something that would set off my eyes."
What colour are his eyes?
They're like green, sort of. They have a shimmer to them that doesn't look quite natural.
We have a bronze crown.
A bronze crown. What does it have any special properties, or is it merely just common
No,
jewelry?
it's quite unremarkable.
I do
I,
have... okay.
Nothing.
I should not like to part with it, but I do have, and I just sort of throw back my cape and show my like glimmering, what do you call it, my decorative ensemble of total style and protection, which is just this like, amazing outfit of bejeweled and.
So you see his face like just like lust, but also awe, yeah, and his skin seems to glow even more in the radiance exposed from, and he's like, and he's like, oh, I must have this. What would if I let you go without fine or prosecution, would you be willing to part with this item?
Perhaps we want some information about the resistance.
Oh, those idiots! What do you want to go and see them for? They're not worth your time. What else do you want to know? And then you hear somebody go, I can tell you about the resistance. And he snaps on. He's like, I thought I told you to gag that bastard. And you just hear this groaning coming out from behind her.
Who is that? Who is that?
You don't need to know who that is. Ignore that completely. Guard, see to him now. And another guard nods and rushes off up the steps, and you hear more sounds of struggle. It's like, now, back to this amazing garment you have. Yes, if you would let me have it. Anything else you'd like to know other than about the resistance?
Well, we are looking to gain access to a certain facility that we believe may house an item of great interest to us.
Really? Where? What facility?
That is an excellent question.
Oh,
I shall allow and I point to, I say Trevor, that's not his name. What's his name?
Trevor.
Meter.
Suddenly this guy comes out of the crowd, it's like, I'm Trevor. I don't know these people.
We need to get into the Embassy of Disciplined Enlightenment.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, well, it's easy to find. I mean, it's one of the biggest structures in the entirety of the Hydro Heights, but you can't just go waltzing in there.
And
I mean,
how
that's...
might you suggest we gain entry?
Well, you have to make an appointment. There's protocols that you have to go through. Nothing that we abide by down here. You will need to report to their lobby where the reception is and fill out a number of forms which need to be approved. That sort of thing. You know, boring bureaucracy. The sort of thing that slows things down to a crawl. You'd be dead before you probably gained access.
How long would that take? Are we talking years?
Oh, I've never tried, so I don't know. Now, can I have the robe?
We need to meet the resistance, don't we?
Free me, and I'll show you where the resistance lies.
Yeah.
And I'll take you to the embassy as well, if you like.
Yeah, can we have him?
Inquire. This gentleman behind you seems to be rather agitated. Can I ask what business you have with him?
Oh, God, if you must... God, please. Oh, the rest of you. I'll take care of these. You go and distrain him. I don't want another word out of his mouth. If you don't do it, I will have you all castrated.
Is he a prisoner?
How much do you want for him?
What I want for him? There is no price. He's going to pay for what he's done.
And what is it that he's
So this robe is not satisfactory in exchange for his life?
You would give me the robe for that absolute waste of flesh?
Well, we get rid of your problem and you get a robe out of it. It's a win for you.
We get the information we want.
Yeah. And we'll be out of your domain and causing no more trouble, because all we want is to get out of here and meet the resistance.
I see this as a good trade. So I still get to flay the dwarf alive and gain a pretty new garment to offset my already...
We exchange for his life.
You want him?
With us. Yes.
My mistake. Well, do a persuasion check, because this is
Who's Who's doing it?
Who wants to?
No,
I believe that this item, I think
get the
you
bot to do it.
will agree. There is no
Sure.
nothing of its kind
Just
in
zero.
this place or time. It is
Oh,
fearless with that.
I've never seen anything of its like. Wait, does it have magical properties?
It most certainly does.
Oh,
It grants
even better.
resistance to the wearer of a variety of kind.
Which robe is
In
this?
addition, it is most protective and
I think that's the one he's
carries other
wearing.
enchantments. This is my what I got tailor-made for me in Waterdeep.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh dude.
The trouble is, it's so beautiful. I never want to get it dirty. And we only trek through like sewers and shit.
That's true.
Fair point.
Plus, Ezra has this clinging hope that if he goes back in time, he'll somehow have all the stuff from the past.
Oh.
He'll get back. Whether that's true or not.
I mean, if we go back just before we leave, we can kill our old selves and get all of our stuff.
But if we did that, we wouldn't be able to make it to the present.
Don't think about it too much.
No,
Don't
that's
think.
not how it
This
works.
is. Don't think about it. Don't think
We've
about
never
it
seen
too
it
much.
in-game. The play end-game.
Don't think about it too much.
Yeah, character on if need be to get your robe back.
What did you roll for your persuasion, Ezra?
Okay, so I didn't roll well, but the good news is
Sorry.
I have plus 14 to my roll, so I've got a 23.
Oh, okay, that's definitely beats his wisdom roll that I just made. So he's like, I've made up my mind. I must have it. The stupid dwarf is yours in exchange for the robe. Guards, unchain him, bring him down, but leave the gag on for now. And we're transferring him into the care of these good people, and they are free to go. Now, please, may I have it?
I'll just take it off and take one off.
That's right.
So he's like, oh, he takes it. He's like, and he immediately puts it on, and he swirls around in it, and it does just makes him more beatific and
Radiant.
yeah. He's like, it's wondrous. I feel like a god. I feel like I could do anything in this. He's like, here's your grubby dwarf. And the guards throw him to the floor at your feet, and he's like, his hands are still wrapped in like a cord, but then he isn't chained,
I'll
and he's
pick
got like a.
I'll put him on his feet.
He's like, and then so what next? What are you gonna do?
We kill them all. I mean,
If that's what you want.
You can try if that's what you want.
I guess we just leave.
is there somewhere we can stay?
What's this? What happened?
We got the dwarf.
Okay, let's go. Let's leave
Do
this
you
fucking
think we
place
should ask? maybe
before
we
they
should
change
ask-
their minds and hang us all for murdering a merchant. Let's just get the fuck out of here.
I mean,
Just one of us.
Well, I don't think. I think they care more for group
He killed
punishment.
himself.
I don't want to
Maybe we
die.
It's
should
suicide.
If the so we've only really got track of one of the artifacts, right? In this,
So far, yeah.
we could ask if they've heard of anything else. I don't know.
Have we spoken to the dwarf yet?
Can Mita guide us to all of the
seems like
artifacts?
the dwarf is probably the best bet, but I feel Bramble was gonna say this. If we take his restraint off here, he might just go for this guy's throat.
Let's
Yeah.
just get out of here. Let's just leave.
Yeah, let's get out of it. I mean,
We're done.
In a way, we've not earned this guy's trust, but I feel like we're on neutral
Complicated
ground with him. So
situation.
if we need to come back,
He was gonna get
come back
flayed.
and ask him more
Yeah.
information.
Let's just go to like a tavern because dwarves like taverns, right?
That's what I was asking. Is there somewhere we can?
So
Alright.
are you asking Yek?
Yeah.
That?
We
He's
were
like,
in the bar. There's a bar we can go
Go
to.
back
Was
to
it?
the place.
Yeah, we were in. We
With
were
the
in
elephant
like an
garden.
inn/tavern type place. We can just go back there.
Yeah. Okay. Is that? Do they have
We
rooms?
can always get
there?
recommendations.
It's like, well, there are no places of long-term stay or short-term stay in the market. But if you travel further through the tunnels leading out from here, you may come across somewhere that can accommodate you. Perhaps this surly shithead would be able to tell you where you can find lodging, but that's not really my my place. I have my quarters here, and they are my private domain, and that's how they're going to stay.
Okay then.
Don't
thank
take
you.
guests. Now, please, hurry along.
Yeah. Remember us.
I'll try not to, but okay, if you insist.
Remember this face.
Yes, okay, right. Goodbye! Goodbye now. Guards, make sure you see them out. Okay. And the guard's like, yes, sir. And he turns to you as he strides back up the steps and to take a seat on his throne where he's just admiring himself, completely self-absorbed.
Wow, this guy's great.
And
third person.
As your guards one look back longingly.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ezra. I mean, if we manage to pull this all off, we can go and get another one made.
So the guards say, right, if you would please, nearest exit, unless you have further business here, in which case we will escort you every step of the way to prevent further mishap.
No, we're fine. We'll escort this dwarf to his house.
Right, you are then. Okay. Well, as you can see, straight ahead of you there, on your right.
Thanks.
There's an exit out.
Bye.
And then the dwarf is like, whoa! And he rushes forward, grabs a sword out of the guards.
I'll grab him. I'll grab him and pull him.
Do a dex check.
Oh god.
Oh.
He's a wily one. Oh shit.
What did you get?
Dex. Which kind of dex?
Just straight dex roll. See if you're quick enough.
Yeah, that inspiration, eh?
What, you mean the D10?
Yeah, the D10. Is that a D10?
It is.
That is a D10. You better get a fucking 10, boy. That's not bad. That's 18.
18, yeah.
Oh, you just beat. So you managed to just get hold of the dwarf and haul him back just as he's pulling the sword from the guard's sheath and waving it around impotently. And the guard is like, whoa! He's like, control that dwarf! Control him!
Sorry, yeah, he's got off his leash.
The dwarf is like,
if you don't calm down,
trying to slash the guard.
If you don't calm down, all of us will die. So, how about?
Can anyone calm him?
You don't do that.
Just holding him like.
I could sing him a lullaby.
I mean, you're strong. You literally just pick him up and throw him over your shoulder.
I'll grapple him.
Sing him the song of the Misfits.
I mean, I think you should automatically get it. Wasn't he like in bind?
Has he got like hand binds on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll use my tail thing and I'll grapple him.
You can grapple people with your tail, so you just bind his arms around his body to stop him. He's still got this sword waving it about.
Just take the tail off.
He's just like really angry but calm.
Trouble like this almost got you flayed alive, and I have to pay a pretty price for your skin. If you don't value that, then I might as well just flay you alive myself.
We'll get you home, dwarf.
So he just slumps, like, but he's just scowling furiously and breathing heavily. Like.
If you have qualms with these, then today is not the day to take it out. You can do that in your own time, but right now you owe us. We just saved your life.
So he's just like, he like shrugs and nods reluctantly, and the guard reaches for his sword. He's like, "I'll have that back, please."
There you go.
Thank you. Now, please get him out of here. We've had enough trouble for one day. And he puts his sword back in his scabbard. So do you leave
I'm leaving
the hall? Okay. So as you're making your way out of the that exit that was pointed towards you, a figure, like, you enter a passageway which is like 5 by 10 feet tall, and a figure like comes around the corner with a hood, and makes herself known to you, and she says, "That's my brother you have there.
Oh, what a quinky dink.
Thank you for rescuing him."
You're welcome.
He seems to get into trouble, doesn't he?
Well, he wasn't in trouble until they caught him.
That's how
Funny
it
how that
goes, I'm
works.
afraid.
If you release him into my care, I will take him off your hands, and you'll never be troubled by it again.
That's Nickel Stormforge, I presume.
You're right. How have you heard my name?
Well, we were actually, before we got arrested, we were contracted to come and hunt you down. Alive.
Contracted by who?
And she draws a dagger and she says,
Now, careful what you say. I'm no easy takedown.
Nah, you're good. Yak didn't want to, Yak was happy to give us your brother for, quite a lot of money, actually. Quite a lot of money. But we don't need you captured anymore.
Well, that's very generous of you. How can I repay your altruism?
Oh, well, we need to find the resistance. You're gonna take us to them.
And what makes you think you're worthy of meeting the resistance? How do I know I can trust you to not give away their whereabouts to those that hunt them?
Well, so far we just rescued your brother.
Yeah, that means nothing, really. You serve to gain from that.
Alright, cut his throat.
Well, don't do that.
Oh no.
It's not my alignment, sorry.
the bound dwarf is just like,
He's joking.
I was going to say, who has the artifact?
I'm doing this. It's called deception.
Oh!
Fine.
The soul.
Someone else. Okay, someone else do
I
this.
have it. I have the soul
What's your
gem
deception?
thing.
The soul gem. One was for sure. The
Oh,
soul
shit.
Really high intimidation.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
We're good at taking down the thing. Is that what you...
Yeah, I was going to say, like, if you show her the soul gem and say, like, obviously that thing's worth of value, and it also proves that we are here to fight those mech things, and we're clearly capable of taking him down.
so she looks at the soul gem and she's like,
Okay, that's somewhat impressive. Are you offering this to me? You want? Is this for me as an incentive to believe?
We've paid quite enough and
No,
don't wish
no.
to bribe you. That would not be helpful to anyone, as you say.
Truth of our
proving our
will.
word.
Could we give it to the resistance when we get there?
I mean,
Should we ask him that?
I mean, it's valuable. We should try to do it.
Who's got the gem?
Kayla's got it,
Me.
hasn't she?
What do you think, Kayla?
Well, I mean, we can trade it for something.
For when we get there.
But I think it's more proof that we're capable as adventuring sorts, and that we're here to fight, and we need help fighting.
So
And we feel like the resistance probably aligns with our
So,
ethos.
you wish? Let me get this straight. You wish to join the resistance?
We wish to find out more about the resistance first. And we think that we can help each other.
I'll probably join, it sounds good.
I mean, we're usually into that kind of thing, but...
Do you? I mean, what do you know of the resistance? Why? Tell me what you have learned so far.
Well, we've been told... We were told by the people who sent us here to
Yeah.
seek them out, right?
We're on a mission from,
We're from far away.
a holy mission.
Oh, holy war.
Oh god.
Right,
Good.
holy doesn't sound like it would exactly fall in line with the resistance ideology.
The gods have decreed that we help the resistance.
God wills it.
Okay, what gods precisely?
There's there's Primus, Amenenefemene, Tyr, Sylvanus.
She's like, the gods that you are describing, Primus, Tyr, Amenoata, are those that currently oppress us. So I don't think that you...
No, not those.
No, it's from the past. Was it those
No,
ones?
we've been no, so they're the ones that...
Oh shit,
after
yeah, they're the ones we don't
yeah,
want.
They're the ones that are the lawful, like, gods that have sort of created this reality. We were
Sylvanus.
sent by
Yeah.
something.
You never asked the elf's name.
I we did get it. I think
Did
we
it,
did get it.
it's his name is oh god, I've forgotten it myself now. He's
It is Sylvanus or something like that.
no, he's Corellon.
Oh,
Corellon. So it was Corellon and Sylvanus that you dealt with directly, but they said to you that they were representatives of a group of gods that wanted to restore the Faerun to a more balanced.
that's what I said.
Yeah.
Let's pretend.
Let's say that Kayla interrupted and corrected Cray on all of that.
No,
It's like, right,
yeah.
okay, well that's that sounds more sensible. Though you will also
Am I going crazy or something smells like shit?
Oh,
What's
that
up?
would be great.
I can smell something super weird.
Is it that chew down there?
Anyway,
Don't
D&D.
worry.
Don't let the real world interfere with the game.
Anyway, yes,
Oh,
D&D.
well,
Yeah, she says,
well, if you release my brother, we will guide you to where the resistance are, and you can go from there.
well, what can you tell us about the Resistance? Mainly, we just want to find out more about them.
Release my brother first, and I will then tell you what you want to know.
I mean,
We
all
can
of this
crack
feels
a
a
load
little
of
bit
shit,
moot,
no?
since your brother did actually promise to tell us where they were if we
Yeah,
freed
maybe
them,
we
which
should
we
ungag
have
the brother.
done. I'm not sure
Is he
why
still
we're not
gagged?
talking to
yeah, he's still gagged. You haven't removed his gag
Well,
or his
remove the
restraint.
gag.
He's like,
Ah! He's like, it's about
Sorry.
time. He's like, yes,
Sorry.
sister, stand down. I've agreed to help this lot find the resistance and whatever other guiding they might need to get where they want to go. That was the price for my freedom. So don't sweat it any further. Stop, put the knife away and stop antagonizing them. She's like, right, yeah, brother, okay. And he's like, he's like, that's better. And he's like rubbing his wrists, getting them feeling back into them. He's like, now the resistance is basically made up of various outcasts that are unwelcome in this new age. People of a more chaotic bent, and they are all sorts, but not many are human like some of you. They're more like the lassie here, and he points towards Kayla.
Oh.
And this big fella here, and he points towards Cray, and this one here, and he points towards Sif. He's like, they tend to be tusked, fanged, pointy, devilish-looking folk. Those that,
I will fit right in then.
well, yeah, perhaps you will. Though, the chances of restoring some kind of status quo or balance to this world is, I feel it is beyond the resistance, despite the fact that I have dealings with them. I think their crusade is foolish, but I will take you to them regardless.
What is that crusade?
Well, they want to overthrow the lawful powers that govern the realm.
Ah.
Now,
That sounds foolish.
you would need god-like power to do so. And the gods have all but forsaken us now, in this time.
We may have
Might I suggest that
a
they
proposition for them.
perhaps have
Sorry.
not. We have come from another time that we might make this a better place.
Right, that sounds mad. Do you have any proof
I
that
know.
you're from another time, as you say? What you know?
Look at us.
You could just be mental for all I know.
Although we are all now wearing
Don't
like,
deny that.
sci-fi cool armor,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Did you give away Delphine's ring? Delphine?
Delphin.
Tried to, I don't
No,
think
we've
we
still got
did.
Dolphins. We've still got it.
Also, don't we
Sim-
have like that tattoo of a timer on us or something like that? Or is
You
it-
all
I
have a
could al-
tattoo of a timer
Yeah.
I mean,
ticking away.
that's just a tattoo, but I think
I could
It's
Delph.
like a
also-
magical thing, right? Like that. Would that even exist in this world?
I mean, there was that movie where people had like they were paid in time to live. What was the name of that movie?
In time.
Yeah.
In time.
So it's I totally believe it because that you know, movies are real life, as we all know.
Well,
I don't know if this is... Kayla's just gonna summon... I'm gonna try and just summon some, like, flames in my hands.
okay, do a spellcasting ability check to see if you can do that.
Do I need to do a wisdom thing first?
Yeah, you do. It's basically as if you were rolling a magical attack.
How successful were you at that so far?
I've been okay with it. So I mean, I just rolled a natural 18. That will be +8. So.
Ooh, okay, yeah, you just scraped by.
Pretty good roll.
So yeah, you manage down here. You feel like
Just like.
the weave is less subdued than it was on the surface, and you connect more easily and produce those flames in your hands. And he's like,
Whoa, impressive display. Is that not just tech coming out of your gloves or something?
and he's looking at your hands and it's like,
Wow. Oh, well, I mean, I'm impressed that you can wield magic so adeptly, but it doesn't prove that you're from the past. Regardless, look, where do you want to go? Just tell me and I'll lead.
What do
I
we
guess
want?
take us to the encampment of the resistance.
Okay, right. Well, we need to find... I mean, the quickest way, we need to find one of the lightning rail stations.
Wow, we've been told of these.
Yeah, wasn't there one just outside of the market?
Yeah, it's not far from here. Short walk, but can be dicey. There are creatures and muggers and the like that lurk in the dark down here. So be on your lookout for ambushes.
That sounds like the perfect time to try out all of our new equipment.
Well, maybe. So, if you'd like to follow me down this tunnel here, sister, come on, we'll lead the way. We know where we're going. And she's like, aye, brother, I'll be behind you.
so he sets off, and you guys are free to follow him unless you want to discuss anything further.
No,
No.
I think we're good.
So, let me just find the right page.
So, like, does Ezra now have... What does Ezra have underneath this?
He's just naked.
Is he just naked?
I've got a cloak. Got my underpants. My underpants and a cloak.
I nudge Ezra and, like, pull out some straw. I'm like, it's not as pretty as the gold, but it shimmers the same way.
I beg to differ. But thank you for your gesture. No.
So, as you're travelling down these narrow stone walls and flagstone floored passageways, he and his sister are like chatting amongst themselves whilst walking a short distance ahead. And he's like,
it's just this way. Come on, keep up now. The faster we go, the better.
and soon you alight into this larger arched tunnel with a steep platform that just drops down to a floor lined with a singular cylindrical long rail that goes off into the dark distance of this tunnel in one end and the other, and along the ceiling is some sort of strange metallic mechanism that crackles every now and then with a lancing sort of arc of electrical energy.
And he says, this is one of the rail stations. We just have to wait for the next car to come along. You're lucky in that this is not one of the lines that's used officially by the embassy and its agents, so hopefully we won't be harassed by them while we're on board, but there are other elements that may trouble us, so keep your wits about you and your weapons ready. And it's free, as long as one of the conductors doesn't come and ask for tickets. So, just, anybody that looks like they're wearing some kind of uniform with a badge or something along those lines, slightly more official looking than most everyone else, let me know and we'll deal with it.
Okay.
So you sit
Can't
and
we
wait.
just buy a ticket?
Oh, well, you can try if you want.
Try? Is it difficult to do?
Oh, if you get caught riding the rails without a pre-purchased ticket, it's more expensive.
Well, I'd like to pre-purchase my ticket then.
He's so
Well,
proper.
I'll tell you what then. Go all the way back up to the surface of the hydro heights, find the
Alright,
nearest
alright,
above
enough
ground
said.
station, go to the ticket booth and buy one there.
Very well, you've made your point.
Can't we just steal a ticket from one of the... Is there anyone around?
There's nobody else around at the minute.
Or you can try and steal a ticket from another passenger if you like, but you might have to knock them unconscious or kill them, and then you've got a body to dispose of, and all of those complications.
Just
Go on. Yeah.
Right. Did the windows open on those things?
They don't, no, because if they did, whilst travelling at such a high speed, the carriages would depressurise and then we'd all be blown out of the windows and killed.
Right. It makes disposing of bodies a bit difficult.
But there are ways.
Is there toilets on board?
Yes, I believe there are latrines that you can use should you need to relieve yourself. I feel like I'm working for the tourist board here.
We told you we're not from.
Yes, I know, it's becoming ever more apparent with each word that comes out of your mouths.
And remember, see it, say it, sorted. Mind the gap.
Oh wow.
So after a few minutes, you hear like a thundering sound emanating from one of the dark tunnels. It's like, and it's building up, and the forks of lightning that are travelling down that contraption, running along the top of the arched tunnel ceiling, starts intensifying and becomes more consistent and louder, and then suddenly this bullet-shaped line of carriages but barrels out of this tunnel with lights blaring, like illuminating the dim interior, and then comes to a stop, like screeching, like the brakes are being strained, and eventually it slows and the carriages align with the platform that you're standing on, and doors push out with a hiss and part, and you hear an announcement say, all aboard!
Is there no one coming off?
Say again. Yeah, a few people like disembark from other carriages and make their way out of other tunnel entrances that
I'm
align
a
with the
bit
platform.
cheeky. I'm going to try to bump into one of them and pickpocket them.
Okay, do a sleight of hand check then.
Alright. Hold on.
See, I imagine this is like a huge, massive platform with like no one but 5 people leaving the train, and it's like you just come up to someone and try to bump into them.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Hello,
like,
sir.
Ah, oh, wait.
Sorry.
I'm picturing,
Where's the shit?
I'm picturing a situation where he steals something. He's like, I got the ticket, and he holds it up triumphantly.
No, I was getting a tight
Phone or
London underground tube station. That's why.
That's 25.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so the individual, like, he's bumped by you, and it's an orc, and he says to you,
Watch where you're going, fool.
I pretend to act feeble because I'm a skinny fucking guy. I'm so sorry. And I just start to limp on.
do a deception check.
We're about to eat shit. Do you bet?
23.
Oh,
Deception,
okay,
maybe.
he's like, and he just grunts, looking at your feeble, skinny frame, and turns and carries on his way, and you've managed to palm his ticket out of his pouches.
That kid.
Fuck you guys.
How did you know what it looked like?
So these carriages look kind of like a combination of wood and metal wagon carts, but elongated, and they hover about 5 feet off from the ground where that cylindrical rail is that they're sort of
Cool.
it travels upon. And you get inside.
Can I say to Bramble, perhaps if you give me the ticket, I might find a way to distract any conductor that might come our way. The rest of you can kind of keep in the shadows. I'm sure they won't even notice you.
As you've lost your
Cloak of Deception.
Was it cloak? I forgot. I do feel a bit sorry for you, and I give you the ticket.
Well, feel sorry no more. I shall sort myself out.
Do your best.
Okay. I'm going to try and find a shadow to hide in.
Yeah, this pink mass of flesh. Remember, if you can't see them, they can't see you.
Pretend to be asleep. That would work. For
So, are you guys embarking on the?
Sure, yeah.
Oh, I've been woken up in first class and told to fuck off before. It doesn't work.
So, the dwarf and his sister lead you on it, and he just says,
Take a seat wherever you like, but if there's a protruding stub of like card sticking out of the top of the seat, it means that it's reserved, and you very well may have to fight somebody to keep the seat.
Okay, yeah.
This is too real now.
I fight them for the seat, yeah. What do I win?
They all seem to be reserved, and yet nobody's sitting in them.
Well, sometimes that's just the way it is. Like, you have to take your chances unless you want to stand right outside the bog, in which case you'll be smelling other people's effluents for however long you're on this contraption for.
I'm used to that.
Usually 4 to 6 hours on a journey that's supposed to take one.
I'm surprised that a carriage arrived as quickly as it did, as they're normally delayed because of a piece of wool that fell onto the rail or something. But you know, it's just the way it goes.
Is it true they've been privatized recently?
I don't know what that means, but generally the non-official lines are more like pirates, where it's just some opportunist folk have managed to acquire a carriage and repainted it and repurposed it for their own ends. So I suppose you could say they're like privateers.
Oh wow, right.
Very
Huh.
good. Well, you.
That's. I swear I felt this problem before.
Feels familiar.
It's like it's coming to me from like a different universe, a different time.
It doesn't stop them from making money, you see. That's the thing. Or whatever other wealth they can extract from the people that want to use their service. So this is why these stubs are here, for those that have pre-purchased seats.
This stop seems to have the same person's name, and he's only going one stop. And then this seat over here, it's the same person's name, and he's going 2 more stops.
Yeah,
Going 2 different. Why would he split his journey like that?
some wankers buy more than one ticket to guarantee they have more room. Some people put their bags on seats that they've reserved. It's despicable. Yeah,
Maybe it's cheaper.
Why would
maybe.
you not split your fucking journey?
Is there are there any shadows to hide in?
Well, he says to you, like, now, look, if you are going to sit in a reserved seat, it's going to draw attention to you, possibly. If you'd rather keep more of a low profile, perhaps sit on one of these planks at the side that lower down. They're not comfy, but they're free.
I rolled a non-natural 20 to stealth over there and just...
Okay, so you aren't, despite your size and coloration, no one notices this pink scaly bugbear
I'm a skulker.
skulking over towards the
I'm a
planks that are
skulker.
situated at the back of the carriage that fold down that you can sit on.
He's like, where are the rest of you sitting?
On the floor next to the bog where I usually sit. I mean,
I
my
as
character.
little of this place as possible, so I should be standing.
Yeah, Bramble also stands. Is there something he can hold? Because he doesn't want to.
If there's not an unreserved seat, she's gonna.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. It really depends if it's like a virgin or if it's cross country, because they have different carriages, so you kind of have to strategize.
Is
What?
that table seat?
I'm sorry, I just metagamed there.
So you noticed on the outside of the carriages that this particular company of
Too many words to live in.
transport is called Slatten Transport.
Slatin.
Amazing.
So
This is a reference to something.
so are who's sitting in reserved seats? Who's sitting on the fold-down benches at the sides, at the back of the
I'm gonna
carriage?
go for
I'm sat on the
that
bench.
then.
My character does not care for comfort so much.
Okay.
We're also trying to avoid any unnecessary attention, so I think.
It really makes my scoliosis.
So you hear a
worse.
klaxon like sound, and the voice comes over the announcement system again that you heard as it arrived, and it said, "This is your last chance to come aboard as we're about to leave imminently for the northeast sector of the of what used to be called Faerun, which is now just known as the Wastelands.
Dope.
Brace yourselves."
History there that
Odd
most
to
of
have
the people of
mentioned
this
that.
world would not need.
Does it say this every time?
He's like, he says that every time. Yeah, I think he likes like referencing history and the drama of it being now called the Wastelands. Most of us who live here don't need to know, but I think he's banking on like one day having passengers that are completely unfamiliar with the environment, such as yourselves.
Oh, should we talk to him?
That's very
He's
convenient.
been saying this for 20 years.
Very
Yeah,
kind
he
of nice.
has been saying it for ever since. Perhaps he's been waiting for you.
A property.
Anyway, get
It's now
yourself
still on the
comfy and
job.
hold on. We're about to set off.
So
Hold on, no, I don't know. I'm steady on my own feet. I don't need to hold on to anything.
Did you not see this thing come into view? The speed it came at?
Does look like it goes fast.
So you hear another
Sure,
klaxon
fine.
sound, and then the doors all hiss and clack
Bramble
shut,
braces.
and the
Yep.
the carriages start to slowly pull off, and you feel a pull as it's accelerating, and then it's just, and you're being blasted at speed, and the world is going by at rapid pace outside the windows. Can all of you do a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh,
And you
no.
say, Ezra, you're standing up.
I wasn't holding on to anything.
Oh dear. Also,
Good
you should probably do a
No, you go ahead.
That's
a
it.
strength saving throw, maybe.
Or
shit.
acrobatics.
Yeah, go on then, acrobatics. I'll allow.
I'll
This is
spin through the air
concept,
and
right?
land on my feet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
27
my inspiration back
acrobatics.
to that.
20
So,
on that.
Ezra is propelled backwards a short distance, but then as he lands, he lands in a way that pushes against the force that's trying to propel him backwards, and it manages to stay crouched on his feet in a
Oh my, that was a bit quick tonight.
super heroic fashion.
I got a 13.
13.
Hang on, everyone within 10 feet of me gets plus 4.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So roll
A million then.
so
17 then.
Plus 4.
17.
At which point I barf on them for rolling terribly.
In that case, I get a non-nat 20.
So Sif 20, Cray Cray 17. Kayla, what did you get?
20.
20.
Not
Bramble, what did you get?
15.
Max, what did Grogbot get?
26.
For both of them, or
Oh, actually, that's a good point. They're,
Yeah.
they're separate now.
Oh, you got mech legs as well?
26 and then like 22.
okay? So
I
Ezra,
updated it,
what did you get?
apologise.
15.
No, I got 8.
8.
Ah.
Oh man.
Oh, that's
So
right.
all of you.
I'm just imagining that during the somersault. Like,
Yeah.
barf.
That's
So
cool.
the lurching
Love it.
sensation in your gut, which roils under the sudden sort of force that's applied to you, Ezra, as you're flipping, you do vomit, which follows behind you, doesn't actually hit you, and you do that cool pose as you land, like pushing against the acceleration, and your own vomit just splatters all over your head and down your back.
Nice.
And the dwarf is like,
I told you to all hold on and brace yourselves, but you wouldn't listen, would you? You might look cool, but you also look disgusting, covered in your own puke.
Oh man.
So, the journey continues for a while, and as you're starting to settle in, getting used to the sensation of being rocked and, you know, alternately pushed forwards as it's slowing and speeding up around certain areas. A young red-haired human peers around one of the seats at the furthest end of the carriage and waves at you all. And he points and then he goes,
Oh.
what do you do?
Does he want us to drink something?
Wait,
Hi.
who's pointing at who? Did
So-
the dwarf do the drink thing?
No,
we just saw a human.
it's
at
a
the front of the
red-haired human at
carriage.
the opposite far end of the carriage, in one of the forward-facing seats that have been reserved. So, do any of you respond to his gestures?
I wave.
Does he look like he's in a uniform or anything? Or
He's not in a uniform, as far as you can tell.
oh, okay. I
Is
don't
that a
think maybe he'd be-
conductor?
No, that's not a conductor. That's a rider of the rails.
What?
I think he
A
wants-
passenger.
Aren't we all riders of the... Oh.
But yeah, you know, it's just a fancy way of saying passenger.
I mean, I don't know if that's some fancy thing here in this place that I've never been before. Do you know him?
No, I don't know him.
Do you know?
Who's
I don't
doing
want
this?
to know him either.
Okay. Do we just ignore him?
That's up to you. Do what you like. It's your trip.
Do any of you do anything?
You gonna talk to him, Rumble?
I don't know. Bramble, excited by this new world, eager to steal and rob.
Oh.
Oh. Hey, Bramble, looking. Are there carriages
brought
at
me
the
down
end of this at the end of this Are there carriages? No. Are there briefcases and like luggage at the end of the carriage?
No,
Not very many
the only other person in this carriage is the red-haired human that you've noticed.
Oh,
But
okay,
there-
yeah, sure.
But there might
I
be in
just got
other
very
carriages further back, and you can see them swaying through the windows of the door at the end of each carriage. So if you look through that window, you can see the other carriages behind you rocking back and forth as you travel across the rails.
Okay, noticing everyone else is not like making any attempt at Bramble.
Do
It's
we recognise the person?
No, I think he just asked if we want any drinks.
Are they human?
Yeah.
Go on then, I'll walk over.
You walk over.
Yeah.
And he's like,
All right, Squire. The refreshments cart will be along in a minute, but I've got no spare dosh or anything to pay for a drink, and I was wondering if you lot would fancy like, gifting me one. I can do something in return, but
What can you do?
What, do you have a ticket?
I do have a ticket, yeah.
What do you want for it?
Well, if you buy me a drink, I suppose I could give you my ticket because it's after it's been punched, like when it's been punched, because I'm on a one way. I'm getting off at the next stop.
Is that how do those tickets work? I turn to the dwarf. Can we just will that work with the ticket checking person? If
he's
we,
like,
No, once it's been punched, that's it, done,
sorry buddy.
null and void.
Sorry buddy, I just happen to not have any money on me. It's tragic really.
I can give you a drink.
I've got no money either, but I quite like a refreshment.
I give him a ration. Sip him a ration.
That's
a
like
sip
giving
of
you
your ration.
Well, flask of.
You give him some water. He's like,
Is it just water? I want alcohol.
Oh,
this is
why?
Because I want to get drunk.
Craig, this is like giving your
I'm
giving your
visiting my
phone
family.
to a scrote in the middle of London
I'm
so they
visiting
can call
my
their drug
family.
dealer.
Like, I don't
Why
want to
don't you
meet
go-
them sober.
Go to a tavern then.
Well, I've got no money, which is why I'm asking if you'll buy me a drink for something in return.
So
What's
you
your
want
name?
me to give you money
But
so
we're
you
on the
can get
train.
drunk?
Yeah, but I'll do something
We're on
in
the
return.
All right, then do something.
Well, what I was going to do, what I was suggesting I'd do, is that when the conductor comes after the refreshment trolley goes by, I was going to steal some of the tickets out of his pouch.
No, what?
For us,
The unpunched tickets. Well, for me, because I was going to then use them later, but I'll give you some as well.
I like your thinking.
Uh,
You may have convinced Bramble.
I just move away from
Very
this. I
well.
just move the fuck away from this
Okay.
conversation.
Why are friends not convinced? But what about you two?
What do you drink again?
What? Anything that's alcoholic? Anything that's going to get me bladdered?
Does he look old enough to drink?
No, he doesn't.
Oh god, okay. So,
He looks really fresh-faced, pimply, red hair. He's got a feral, ashen-looking quality to his features as well.
you know what? Do they have like narcotics here, like weed and whatever?
Well, is there a drinking age
Maybe.
in Faerun?
They have
We have-
narcotics, but not like ours. You probably can't get.
Not as far as I'm aware, there isn't.
You probably can't score an 8 ball of coke. You know.
I'm looking for an 8 ball of coke. No. Because like Bramble probably, I think he still has some of the dung sweeper.
2 for 5s. Got 2 for 5s.
We've got a corked flask in the bag.
Of what?
Homie's got garbage down
I don't
the
know,
way.
but hey, you can have a swig of this.
What is it?
Fuck you up.
I don't know. The flask got a weird symbol on it. I bet it's real good.
Which symbol?
No, this is a bad idea.
Oh, well, you drink some first, and then I'll have some.
Smart kid.
Yeah, okay, so we're about to kill our first child in our campaign, everyone.
Third.
It's definitely not.
Yes, I said first, yeah.
I did say third, sorry.
Yeah, no, I've been counting the number of children we've murdered.
You not made. There's no notes on this corked flask that you.
It says Bear's strange symbol on the flask. That's all we've got because no one identified it because it's been sat in there.
That's not. This is a bad idea.
Are you going to take a drink of it?
Let me just see if I've got a. Hang on a sec.
I mean, last time we did that, someone got poisoned and we nearly got executed, but you know, we don't learn from our mistakes here in the Misfits.
Are there any cameras on this train?
Do a perception check.
Can I do something sneaky? Try do something sneaky. And take a swig of another potion before I drink it.
Do a sleight of
We
hand
can't
check.
give this to the kid.
Or deception.
21.
21?
Yep.
Yeah,
Sleight of hand.
in the top middle of above each door,
You got a 20.
there's like a glass recess that appears to have one of those lens-like eye, electric eye things that you saw when you first entered in that area near the yawning portal.
I'm gonna like pull my hat just down. Oh, that's right. Oh fuck. Oh shit. No, I'm just pull my hat slightly further down and just like nudge the rest of the guys just to like.
So it's a non-natural 20.
Okay.
To swig this other thing first.
Okay, so he doesn't notice that you do that.
Yep. So I swig that and then I take a nip of the flask.
Yeah.
You're not gonna. We don't know. We can't do this. This isn't a good thing.
It's already
So
happening.
it's like, oh, is it good? Is it good yet? Is it strong? How much of it can I have? How much do you think it will take to like get me
No.
trolleyed?
About half the bottle, I'd say.
Half the bowl?
Yeah.
You okay with me drinking half the bowl?
How old are you?
Go on
Oh,
then.
I'm about 13.
13?
Yeah.
Shouldn't you be home?
Actually, I don't know how old I am because, by the time I had a birthday, I'd already been alive for a few years.
Actually, tell you what, you know the thing I just drank
Yeah.
before? I'll give him a sip of that instead.
What, so you just switch?
Yeah.
What did you drink before?
A potion of invulnerability.
Oh.
What?
Is that what? What's this?
Lame.
This is different. What?
Lame.
This is better.
Don't give the kid.
Do a persuasion check.
Oh man.
Can we just give?
Oh, it's even better.
Actually, we're kind of
Persuasion +1, so 19.
Oh god, he's like, oh okay. Oh, he takes it. He's like, glug, 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 glug. He's like, ooh, I feel like I could do anything. I'm invincible.
It only lasts a
But
minute.
I'm not drunk. What is that other one? Is he sure this is alcohol? Is that other one alcohol?
No, it's water. Put it away.
He's like, well, look, I'll give you tickets if you'll buy me a refreshment from the trolley, an alcoholic beverage. Do we have a deal?
How much is a
Only
drink?
10 tickets.
I don't know. You normally like a couple of cogs or maybe a pump. It depends on what the conductor needs to repair himself.
Oh, we don't really have any of those things.
Oh,
Oh wait, that means we'd have to interact with the conductor in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Or is this a serving thing?
no, the trolley comes before the conductor, and then
Oh, okay.
he comes after for tickets.
What does a pump look like?
I don't know. Depends on what kind of pump you got.
Is there one in here?
Nah. I mean, it could be anything like pistons, levers,
We did have some bits.
spindles,
Spend it all.
gears,
We spent all of it.
chains,
Chains?
rotors, scopes, lenses, all sorts. You know, it depends.
Where's the closest bathroom?
It's just through this door at the end of the other carriage. Don't mind if you go through, because if we go round the bend while you're travelling between carriages and you're in the umbilical section, you'll get thrown about and it's bloody horrible. Makes me sick.
I wonder if there's any. If we take apart the toilet, hear me out. We take apart the toilet. I say this to the rest of the guys. Or anything like in an occupied space and just find some gears or whatever.
Give him a cistern. Hey, wow!
I think, here you go. Like, you know,
Give
like
him a
if there's a
flush
piston to
handle.
the door, a light that comes on to say it's occupied or something. Got to be some sort of wiring or some sort of weird shit in there, right? I don't know, just throwing spitballing ideas.
Yeah. Where's the toilet?
It's at the end of the next carriage through the door, right in front of
And,
where this guy's sitting.
Do I see any like bags or luggage through in that carriage as well?
Not from just looking through the windows, the portholes. No.
These other seats, these nice seats,
Mm.
have they got like a little recess in the back of them?
A little recess.
You know, like where the cushions meet.
I suppose you could try and shove something down there if you wanted to.
What if I went to look around the back of it to see if I could find any like cogs that have fallen down the back?
Do an investigation check.
Can I assist in this?
Yeah. So
Everyone check behind
whoever
the chairs.
gets the higher result, that will be the success. If you're helping Cray with that.
I mean, I've only got a 12 because there's nothing to my
12.
my
What did you
fire.
get, Bramble?
That is 28.
Wow.
shit.
Okay, so yeah, Bramble's slender, more dexterous, long fingers managed to claw around the backs and get deeper than Cray's big, like thick mitts, and you feel a few like cold metallic, disc-like objects have been littered and collected at the bottom behind the seat that you could pull out, and as you pull them out, they're kind of like small components, like clockwork components from a watch or small mechanical device. They're of various different types. Some are like little cog gears, some are like these toothed sort of spindles.
Oh, how much are they worth?
He's like, oh, I don't know. You might be able to buy a few drinks with them.
And you'll definitely get us some tickets.
Yeah, I've done it before. I've got the gift.
I tell you what, try how do you feel?
What do you mean, how do I feel?
Do you feel like strong?
Well, I feel like I could jump off a building and hit the ground and not be bothered by it at all.
I think that potion would have worn off by now, because it's only a minute, right?
Has it been a minute? It's probably...
I could say roughly.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's probably worn off. Yeah, maybe don't do that, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, you're very lucky.
So here comes a try it. You can hear the bong.
And like distantly you hear the bong, bong, and then an announcer's like,
The refreshments trolley is on its way. Please purchase anything that you would desire, and we will happily accept Payment in the form of components, parts, or tokens.
Bramble, let's do it. Let's seal the deal.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go back to you, RC. Oh, sorry.
Because I'm tight.
Thank you.
So the door opens with like a sucking, hissing sound, as it pushes out, it swings wide on some kind of like lever that's hidden inside the housing of the door, and this construct who's part of the trolley, like their arms seem to be integrated into the tray, and the way that they look is like they have a metal apron and metal hair. It's like a completely mechanized approximation of a.
It's like something the Power Rangers would fight.
Of a waitress, yeah, and she says to you,
Do you require any refreshments?
Yes.
Yes.
What would you like from the selection?
and she like pushes the tray up a little bit further to indicate the various drinks canisters and packets and sachets.
Have you got any spice? We
Rambo.
do not stock spice, I am afraid.
Bramble, is there anything non-alcoholic on there?
I don't know.
I can't
I
read.
literally show the cogs. I'm like, what can I get for these?
That will get you a small packet of roasted peanuts. And
Nothing
possibly...
alcoholic? So say that again?
No, peanuts are not alcoholic.
Alcoholic peanuts, imagine.
And you might also be able to purchase a juice packet.
Ooh.
We have several flavors.
Really alcohol flavored.
How much does the alcohol cost?
Is there a shandy?
The alcohol is more expensive and out of your current price range.
This robot has like a wild accent.
It roves. It goes up and down through the different regions.
Yeah, it goes from India all the way to Mexico.
Are the drinks on the thing visible?
Yeah, they're just like stuck in sort of small circular recesses in the top of this metal tray, neatly lined.
Damn.
Please choose quickly.
I guess we can't afford to get a drink. Get him a juice box.
I mean, he's not gonna see because he's busy stealing the tickets, right? What is he doing right now?
He's not stealing from this thing though, is he?
I'm not sure.
We definitely have no more cogs anywhere.
Didn't we have some left over from like when we were buying shit from that shop?
We used them all up.
So the auto maid says to you,
I will accept other forms of payment if you have them available.
What other forms?
Throwing us a bone there.
If you have any foil or other metal derivative materials, I will accept those too.
I've got a bar of copper.
A bar of copper is acceptable payment.
A what?
It's like a copper bar we've got.
Oh, right.
Like an ingot.
What else you got in the bag? Didn't we have some weapons in that bag, like swords and shit?
You're not gonna give this
No,
to
we
a
just
lady
got
with
coins. Just coins.
I mean, I don't want to. Last time I gave up most of my coins by now.
We've got a massive pile of bronze coins fused together.
I must scan the coins to determine their purity level first. Thank you.
and she lowers her eyes, and beams come out of her eyes and rove over the fused pile.
Ooh, she's like, these are 70% pure bronze and are acceptable.
Cool.
How many in total were they?
Someone like a couple of seats away from us is waiting to get that dismal sandwich, and they're just looking at us like, "What the fuck are you
They're
doing?"
like, for fuck's sake, I want my coffee.
I've not had any breakfast. I had to rush to get this.
I need my shitty ham and cheese.
Where did we get this from? It's from a cluster of odd materials: hematite, gems, wool, bronze, all fused together into a mass. So there's a bit of a crap in there as well. There's some gems in there. Whoops.
Let's say it's a couple of kilograms of bronze.
Yeah.
Surely that's enough for a beer.
No, it is not enough for a beer.
Do you have any shandy? Something that looks like a beer.
We do have lower content alcoholic refreshment.
One, please.
I require more payment.
And the ingot of.
I require more payment.
Can I?
The ingot's separate. Is that?
Booze is
Does
expensive
that not add
around
to
here,
it?
bro.
What?
The block, the ingot of copper.
How big is this ingot? An ingot's only usually about like 5
How much does
inches.
the alcohol cost?
The alcohol would be the equivalent of a single silver piece in old money.
Oh, someone give her a silver piece.
Yeah, do you want a silver
I'll give her
instead
a
then?
silver piece.
I must scan it for its purity.
Who's paying? One of you is
Me,
paying.
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
This is only 35% pure.
And another one.
And then you bought the one.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
This is 95% pure. Thank you. Please take your refreshment.
Oh, can I also buy the juice carton as well? With the cog pieces.
Well, that was easy. You got
Really?
So, what are you getting? What are you getting,
caffeine
Bramble?
free.
Oh, the juice carton as well?
The juice packet. Okay.
Yeah.
And what are you paying? You're just
With
using.
the cogs and stuff.
Okay, so you get your packet of roasted peanuts and a juice carton.
What flavor juice carton would you like?
Wow, this is really exciting D&D today.
I
Steve.
know.
We got onto a train and we bought ourselves a sandwich and a beer.
We complained about the train forever.
Okay, blackcurrant it is.
And she indicates for you to take the. So you've got your juice carton, your peanuts, you've got your shandy, and she's like,
Would that be
Please
all?
take this and leave.
Thank you for your custom.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your journey. Goodbye.
and she like
Bye.
floats off down the aisle, past the kid sitting at the front seat, looking eagerly at you like. And then the door opens automatically for her. She enters into the like umbilical between the two carriages. That closes. The other one opens. She disappears. And he's like,
Did you get me my drink?
Oh
Did you get
yeah.
me my drink?
Oh, you need to be careful. Ooh, I daren't drink this
Why?
myself. Oh, it's real strong.
It's a shandy.
No, it's not.
That's not strong.
Look, my hands are covering it.
You got me a beer.
My hands are covering it.
Look, I'm not a little kid. I want a beer.
You're not old enough for beer.
Oh, look, like, can't you do something to this to make it stronger? So I can get wasted?
Why do you want to get wasted?
Because I don't want to see my mum sober.
Oh man.
Just lectures me about
You
the
can
fact
take
that...
care of your mom if you want, you know.
Wait, you just turned evil all of a sudden.
Oh, what?
Okay, Max. Yeah, that's really out of character. That's strange. It's strange that someone would do that, right?
No, my character is in character.
Have you considered just talking to your mum?
No, she's got a really annoying voice.
What's that like?
Have you considered telling her what the problem is?
Well, I know what the problem is that I was unwanted, I'm a disappointment, yeah, and all that. You know, the usual stuff that mums say to their unwanted sprogs. And the only reason I'm going there is because I'll get a free meal out of it.
I'm glad you used my life as inspiration today.
Oh my god, it's too real. No.
Oh, man.
No.
Jeez.
Oh.
Too real.
I mean, at least you gender swapped the parents, so I appreciate that.
Well, here's your shandy anyway. Have that as a gift.
What? This isn't going to get me drunk though. I'm not sure I want to give you my tickets after I've stolen them.
Have you already stolen them?
No, I've got to wait for the conductor to come through, haven't I? God, you got cloth in your ears.
I'm starting to like you.
Oh wait, sorry, it's straw.
Less and less.
See, what you should have done is you should have told him that you have another beer that you'll give him after he's stolen the tickets. And that way he would have definitely given them to us.
I tell you what, kid. If you steal those tickets, I'll give you the rest of this potion.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that make me feel a bit better about having to see my mum, especially after she gives me like a clobbering. Like I would be able to take it and then tell her to piss off.
Yeah, but it only lasts for a short time, so choose it wisely.
Well, how long does it last?
About a minute.
Oh.
Don't shut fuck.
I don't think I'll have time to drink it before she gives me a thick ear. Alright, you're on.
And you can have the shandy.
Okay. Oh, right, give me a bit of a head rush, but not enough. All right, the deal's on. Let's wait for the conductor.
And he goes back to his seat and sits there like.
I mean, the conductor may not turn up from what I've heard. Anyway.
I feel like I need to go hide.
So the dwarves are like,
We'll just kick the kid out of the carriage.
Leave him be. Oh, look, we jumped through all those hoops. Don't ruin it now. Not like last time.
The dwarf says to
I
you,
dug this grave.
he's like,
It won't be long now before we arrive at the next platform. So we'll be disembarking from there.
Wait, so the kid's getting off at the same stop as us?
yeah.
Oh.
Well, it's
Oh, at least we have tickets.
Well,
But if you want the conductor to come, there's ways you can make it happen. Like
Nah.
you can set off the fire alarm, pull the emergency cord to stop.
I think we should wait and see.
Please,
We
no.
may get away with it. We may just get away with it.
No.
Let's see if
Let's
you
see if we
Kid,
do.
us a favour.
He's rolling dice.
Oh no!
Nope. So the conductor is going to arrive imminently.
Plans.
So
Imminent.
the kid turns around to you and he's, after looking through the window, he's like,
Oh, his conductor's on his way! He's on his way! I've got to get the tickets. Oh, just sit there.
and he like sits in his seat, and as the door opens, swinging inwards into the umbilical area, you see this tall, robotic humanoid with an extremely large egg-shaped sort of cranium, lens eyes, and this grill where his mouth should be. And
It's a robot.
his mechanical body is adorned in like a sleeveless, almost militaristic styled uniform of dark blue, and he has a badge and gold buttons that on the side buttoning sort of.
Does his
Oh.
badge say Dread?
No, it doesn't say Dread. It says Fred.
Oh, close.
And he steps through, and he's got huge, big, chunky green boots on, and green gloves with like extremely large knuckle plating. And he turns to the boy like, and it says, "Ticket, please." And the boy's like,
Yeah, right, you are, conductor. Here you go.
and the conductor's like, releases this huge-looking, like scissor-handled, crocodile-toothed, like implement, and he punches the ticket, and it leaves like it takes a bite out of it. And he's like, "Acceptable. Enjoy your journey." And then,
Unacceptable!
and as he moves past the boy, you see him reach out his hand and then dart to extract something from the pouch hanging at his waist along this like green belt composed of multiple different pouches. Let's see if he does it.
Oh god.
I don't like that face.
No!
Oh, God.
Don't like that face either.
Oh god, no! So the conductor spins and grabs hold of the boy's hand before he can get into the pouch and crunches it, and the boy's like, "Ah!" And he's like, "Theft is a crime. You will be immediately ejected from the carriage." And he hoists the boy up out of the seat, and he's like,
Oh, help me! Help!
Oh no!
and the robotoid like conductor turns towards the door, which swings open automatically for him, steps into the umbilical,
Should we move while he's distracted?
Shh, let him finish.
and he bends down and he pulls a lever on one of the panels in the floor within the umbilical section and lifts it up, and you hear the sudden sound of roaring, and air like blows down the passageway, ruffling all of your clothes and hair. What are you gonna do? And he moves and he starts to lower the boy over the.
Alright, we killed
hatch.
3 kids. Nice.
Wait, so Ezra will just scream to the conductor, wait there, one moment.
Oh.
So the conductor's head revolves all the way around on its
Oh
neck.
wow!
Why should I wait? This thief must be punished.
He was not meaning to steal from you. You actually have a fault on the back of your plate there. There's something wrong. I can see something is loose there.
What? And he turns to look. Do a deception check.
Oh.
What did you
10.
get? 10.
Oh.
That's enough to beat him. I rolled
Is it?
4 for my wisdom contest against you. So he's like,
Nice.
you are correct. My uniform is out of order. And he begins to turn and try to adjust his belt and tuck his tunic into his belt because his metallic backside is partially
You have
exposed.
manhandled and injured
Someone
this
needs to
poor innocent boy.
run on him. Come on, we gotta run on him now.
So
He's
he
gonna
he
fuck us
closes the hatch and turns. He's like, apologies, I was apparently mistaken. I had a clothing malfunction. And he drops the boy. He's like,
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was just trying to tuck your tunic in because it was exposing your metal bottom.
and he's like, thank you for your consideration,
So,
passenger.
as Ezra says, you have injured this poor boy.
Did you
Compensate.
set his fingers back in?
Yeah, he's like,
Oh, it's not broken. It just squeezed really hard. It's okay.
he's like, I can administer a temporary treatment should you require it.
The boy's like, no, it's okay. You go on and take everybody else's tickets.
Well, alcohol is a good anesthetic.
He's like, very well, and he turns and he steps to
Don't
go,
you think compensation is warranted for such inconvenience?
and he's like, and you see him actively computing this. Do a another persuasion check.
Oh boy.
Fight it with logic.
19.
Oh yeah, you beat him. And, he's like, you are correct. Here is a reel of tickets for how many of you is there?
6.
He's like 5 free journeys, and he pulls like 5 tickets off and gives them to the boy. They are valid for 1 year, but you can go anywhere across the Slaton train lines, rail lines. Sorry. And the boy's like,
Cool. Oh, thank you, conductor.
and he looks at you as the conductor turns and he goes, and winks with the wrong eye. Yeah. And then the conductor steps away from the boy, who makes another attempt to grab tickets out.
Fuck me!
Rolls a fucking 2.
This kid's gonna die.
I'm gonna run at the boy.
Please roll good. Please roll good.
What, you're gonna run past the conductor to stop the boy?
Yeah.
So it's like,
Oh,
what are
right.
you doing? Passenger, get back in your seat. This is dangerous behaviour. So
I'm returning the boy to his seat.
and his head swivels around and sees the boy leaning out, and he's like, and he turns as well. So do a athletics check.
That's what I was gonna do.
13.
13, yes. So you manage to speed past the conductor as he's turning and just about to reach for the boy. And what do? You push him back in his seat.
Pick up the boy and say, right, we're going back to your seat, young
Could
man.
I, whilst they have their backloads, can I? No. I'm gonna attempt to pickpocket.
Okay,
Wait, what?
God.
We have the
Pushing your luck.
We have the tickets. We literally don't
5
need them.
tickets.
We don't have enough tickets.
We don't have enough.
Exactly.
Exactly. Little.
But
Well,
the dwarves said that they're gonna be alright. The dwarves said that they're gonna be okay. So I think it's like
Okay,
this.
we'll put
Well, 1, 2, 3,
Yeah, there's 6
4,
of them.
5. Oh yeah, no, we do.
So
need,
what did you
we
get,
do need
Bramble,
more. You're right.
for your
You're
attempted
right. My
theft?
bad.
Oh, I didn't roll yet.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. That's a dirty 20.
Oh, yeah, you beat.
Dirty
So he
Dirty
doesn't
20.
notice, and you manage to reach into the pouch where the reel of tickets is on some kind of like spool. And how many do you want to pull off?
As what? There's 6 of us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 because of the 2 dwarves.
Okay, yeah. So you take 8 tickets and quickly put them in your own pouches. The conductor does not notice, and he turns towards Ezra and he
I have no
says,
idea what's
"Thank
going
you for your consideration. You are a good person." And he's like, "Now please remain in your seats for the duration of the journey.
How nice.
Tickets, please." And he turns towards Ezra and says, "Ticket, please."
Just say you have
This
tickets for
member
all
of
of
my
us.
party, I believe, has the tickets for the group.
And he turns
So I
towards
hold
Bramble and he's like, "Tickets, please."
I hold out the tickets for the 8 of us.
Okay, and
This is for my party here.
he punches each of them with the crocodile toothed like.
Nice.
And it is like, thank you, enjoy the rest of your journey, and puts those tickets in another pouch, and then stomps through the carriage.
And then
the
we
door
immediately
opens at
get
the
off.
end, and he goes into the umbilical and disappears out of your sight.
Well, that was a trek. I mean, at least it got pretty exciting in the end. That's nice.
So
The boy's like, oh, that was close. He's like, I thought I was going to get done. I thought I was going to become, like, splattered all over the rails.
Yeah, just think if we weren't here, you'd be a gooseberry.
I'd have been
I
a
think it's
smear.
worth you take some hard look at your actions today.
To be fair, if we weren't here, this kid would have just gone to his mum's house sober.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a life lesson.
Thinking
Was
about
it?
my actions, well, I got 5 free tickets, so that's pretty good, isn't it? And then your friendy got more. So we're a good team. Let's do it again sometime.
Yeah, sure. What's your name?
I want to tag along.
My name's Fox.
Fox.
Yeah.
Fox.
Yeah, we're the Misfits.
Hello, Misfits. Are you all called Misfit?
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I am.
Yeah.
Sure.
okay. So you're Misfit, and then what?
I'm Cray Cray.
Yeah,
That's Ezra.
right.
That's Bramble.
Okay.
That's Kayla.
Yeah.
That's Bog and Grog.
Okay.
And that's some dwarves.
the
Yeah.
dwarf's like,
My name is, and I've actually forgotten. My name is.
Something iron.
When you're a fugitive, it's a good idea to identify yourself.
That's
as stranger.
Richard Kimball and Mrs. Richard Kimball.
They
All
are.
right.
They are.
Kimball and Kimball.
They are Copper,
The-
Stormforge, and Nickel
the,
Stormforge.
the female dwarf looks really angry about that. She's like,
Ah, we're not brother and sister.
I don't have lips.
They're from a state called Alabama.
oh god.
Ah, that's
Or Leeds.
Oof.
Essex. They're from Essex.
Or Essex, yeah.
Hey.
Look, you know what it is, man.
Sorry.
Oh dear. Well, Leicester.
Yeah. Or Leicester.
Bit filthy.
Plenty of cyclopses walking around here.
Yeah.
Well, I've
Okay.
not been on the streets recently, so.
So, unless there's something else you want to do at this point, we can. You can disembark. I can
Yeah, let's
fast
get the
track.
fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
let's get out of
Stay
here.
out of trouble, kid.
Train.
Stay out of trouble.
So the klaxon sounds, and
He's getting off at the
the
same
announcer
stop, man.
says, "We're now coming to a stop at the next station. Please disembark if you are getting off here, but be quick about it, because we don't want any more people's ankles being trapped in the doors and then dragged through the tunnels and smeared all over the walls."
This guy's a terrible conductor.
It's very specific.
It sounds like it happened before.
The dwarf says,
Oh, it happens quite frequently, yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
You have to be quick.
I pull my tail in.
So as you disembark onto the platform, there's more people waiting there than there were at the last one, and they just all pile into the carriages, and they all seem quite content to just stand literally cheek to jowl or armpit to nose in the confined space.
It's madness.
Yeah, and
It's reality. That's
yeah,
the problem.
and then it like shoots off down the tunnel out of sight, and the dwarf says,
This way, I'll, if you just follow me out of the sub-rail platform, I'll take you to our next destination.
"Now, do you guys want to leave it there and resume next session? Because it's nearly 10. I don't know what
Probably a
time.
good spot, yeah. I imagine that. These
Mm-hmm.
guys have to do-
Is that a good? You're not helping.
Good.
Yeah?
Train journey.
Because it would also help me because I can do a bit more prep.
I
Yeah.
see. It
To
all
flesh this
paid
out.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
This is a
So
weird ass tasting biscuit. I like it, but it's fucking weird, bro.
okay, so thanks for playing, everybody. I hope that was fun, despite
Thank
it
you.
being a far more mundane role play session than we normally do.
I'll be honest with you, it was more exciting than shopping.
I
We've had
consider it
two
a major achievement that nobody in this evening's session was killed or
murdered in some way by us or by others.
Well, we were
Considering
close.
Well,
how
I mean,
many-
it nearly happened.
Yeah,
How
we
many
nearly did it.
lives were on the line at various times?
We nearly started a kid on a rocky road as well.
I mean, we nearly killed a child several times today.
We did give a child alcohol.
Oh yeah, we only gave him booze.
It was a shandy.
And that's still 3%.
Yeah, we're fine.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm sure Hasbro's fine with it. So, thanks to you, all of you, for playing, and thanks to anybody that may have watched. I hope that was entertaining, despite being far too close to reality than
Well, I had a
I would have
laugh.
liked. But then, you know, they
KO.
do say to draw upon what you know,
that's a nine.
so
Yeah.
yeah, we did that.
Shitty train system.
When you look at it like that, it looks
We'll be
like
back
chaos.
next week, roughly the same time. Wednesday, 8ish, hopefully. The stuff I've been using in today's session was I was drawing elements from Eberron, Rising from the Last War, published by Wizards of the Coast, and Waterdeep, Dungeon of the Mad Mage,
Got it out.
also by Wizards, which you can get from your local friendly game store if they've survived the pandemic. Otherwise, you probably have to buy it from fucking Amazon. Like, we all have to buy everything from Amazon at the minute. I've also been using elements from the following independently created supplements, which are available on the DM's Guild. And they are as follows. There is Rogue's Law by Kim Gjersøe, Meeting Mechanus, and Talos Unleashed, which are all sort of exploring elements of the plane of law and things like that. So I've been drawing inspiration and elements from those to help me construct this particular adventure for the Misfits in the far future. In a far future dominated by lawful governors. Also, my adventures are available on the DM's Guild, including the Blood Ties Anthology, which my story, my adventure, The Crimson Well, is one of 12 adventures contained within, and they're all blood themed, so therefore perfectly appropriate for Halloween. So get it and play it during Samhain and the spooky thrills and chills and spills galore. And then there's also my other DM's Good Adventures, The Fox and the Fae, which was created with the help of the RPG Writer Workshop, and Craftmas with Gremlins, which is a winter festive adventure. So buy that in preparation for some D&D over the holidays, maybe. Other than that, has anybody else got anything they want to shout out about or promote before we sign off?
Drink plenty of fluids.
Don't give kids drink.
Yeah, don't give kids alcohol. It's a bad
Drink
idea.
responsibly. Okay.
Especially right now.
Anything serious that you want to
That's pretty serious, man.
Yeah, no, that's a good message, man. It's the best message
I mean, I
we've
don't
The message
given.
was in the game. We covered it. The subtext was there.
Well,
I mean, I don't think it needs shouting out, but the Baldur's Gate 3 early access was released today.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I heard it was it came out rather unfinished, apparently.
Well, it's
Well, I mean,
early
it's
access.
early
It's
access.
early
Yeah.
access, yeah.
Oh right, that's why. Well, I'm gonna wait until it's actually released.
Yeah, I can't decide if I'm going to go for it now. or
Yeah,
down the line.
I saw an article. that
I'm
was like,
very,
oh,
very, very excited about it, though.
Yeah.
I don't do early access anymore because I've been burnt too many times. I'll wait for the game to be actually out.
Okay.
But that's me.
Watch our friends. 1d4. My brain has failed me.
It is late.
1d4 plus. Oh God, why is my brain failing? Is it 1d4 plus 1 or 1d4 plus 4?
I thought it was just one.
Yeah, 1d4 plus 1. There are
We'll link it in the description.
counterparts from across the ocean who stream and
I swear.
podcast D&D.
1d4 plus 1.
Yeah, so please check them out, as they've always been very supportive of us, and they're also a bunch of hilarious folks.
Sharing a link to their Twitter in the chat.
Yeah, and after that completely crap ramble from me at the end, we're going to sign off. So be kind, be creative, and play D&D. So cheerio, everybody!